All right, so today I just wanted to come on here and show you guys really quickly how you would apply your press-on nails in order to get them to last the longest amount of time possible. So of course your press-on nails aren't gonna last out as long as your acrylic or gel nails, but they can last a long time, and if you care for them properly, you can reuse them. So what I would like to do is show you how to maximize your press-on nail lasting time. And by lasting, I don't mean they're gonna break apart or anything like that. What I mean is they will, pop off. The glue eventually will give way, especially if you do things like wash dishes without gloves and that sort of thing. So, first things first, I just mentioned it. The best way to keep your nails on is anytime you're getting your hands submerged into any sort of water, you want to wear gloves. So whether you're washing dishes or if you're a stylist or someone who always has their hands in water, you need to wear gloves to keep the water away, because without that protection of the acrylic, just soaking your hands in water for extended periods of time will allow the glue to release, which is a good tip for when you're trying to get your press-on nails off. But when you're trying to keep them on, you definitely want to make sure that you keep gloves on anytime your hands are going to get wet. The next thing you need to do when you're applying your fancy nails press-on, luxury press-ons, mind you, you're going to want to push your cuticles back. Now, this is a cuticle pusher, little disposable one. It comes in every set, along with glue. So what you're going to want to do, this is the nail in question. Y'all don't judge me, because look at this, but this is the nail in question, right? So when I say push your cuticles back, you're going to want to get this part here and just push. Okay, can you see that? Now this shouldn't hurt, just so you guys know that. So if you're pushing your cuticles back and it hurts, you're doing it too hard. So you're just gonna push your cuticles back. Make sure all of that cuticle is exposed. Okay, that's the first step. The next step is you're going to want to get a buffer. So a buffer or a file. Now this is the file that I use. I would not suggest using this on your natural nails, because this is not a natural nail file, okay? This is too high of a grit. If you choose to use, too low, of a grit. If you choose to use something like this, just know I told you not to. And so I'm gonna use it because I am a professional and I know how far to go, because this will damage your nail and it will hurt because you're going too far down into your nail bed. So you're just gonna lightly file. Just gonna lightly file until you get all the shine off your nail. So let's see. You want your nail to be completely dry looking. And that's what I mean by shine. Nothing shiny at all. Very gently. Just get all that. Okay? Make sure you get the side walls and around that cuticle. And the point of that is to get everything that you just scraped exposed when you pushed your cuticle back. You want to scrape all that up. Okay? Then you're just gonna brush away as much as you can. What I like to do is get something like this and just pour a little alcohol on it and just scrape. Let me get my little thing all wet. Just scrape it away, okay? And then you're gonna dry it off. And it's just gonna look like a little nail, right? Once all, you don't want to touch it because any touching is gonna get more oil on it, and oil is not your friend in this. Now, this is optional. This is not a requirement, but I still also like to use a dehydrator. Again, if you effectively get all the shine off of your nail, you should not have to use a dehydrator, but this is just in the event that anything you touched or whatever you used, or if you washed your hands, any oils that are in the hand wash do not go on to your nails, because that's not what you want. So I'm going to use a little bit of this. Again, this is optional, but especially if you're going to make press-on nails like your thing, it's definitely something that you could invest in. You don't want to flood your nail with it. You just want to get it on there, okay? And then you're going to want to take your nail glue. And again, this comes in the package along with a cuticle pusher. So this comes in the package. What you're going to want to do is, okay. What you're going to want to do is, you're going to want to take the glue. So here's your nail. Okay, this is your press on. And prior to all this, you've already gone and fitted your nails. Now, if you get a no measure or a measure free set, then, you know, you're going to come with a box of 20 nails, and you're going to have to go through and see which one fits best. And as far as fitting, that's another thing. You're going to want a nail that's going to fit properly, okay? And by properly, I mean, you have the nail here. You don't want something, this is just a random one, but you don't want something that's going to overlap. So you see how this looks? This is way too big for my finger, of course, but you don't want anything that's gonna overlap on your side walls. You don't want anything that's gonna overlap your cuticle. See, you just pushed your cuticle back. You don't want anything on top of that cuticle, because that's gonna make water get underneath it, and it's going to promote lifting much quicker than it normally would as well. Okay, so you want a nail that's gonna fit side to side and perfectly in that little section. So I've already fitted this. Okay, if you get a set of measured nails, your nails will fit. You just have to find and make sure that the nail that goes with that is the nail that you use for that finger. And what I mean is, the nail that you put actually goes for that finger, because sometimes you'll see people who have like one nail that looks really big and one that looks really small, and you just realize that they may be switched around the fingers, the nails. So you want something that's going to fit just like this, not overlapping, right into, and I see now you're not even going to go back like that. You're going to stop right in that little gap. And what you're going to do is, you're going to apply glue inside the nail. Okay, I've got ink or something in there. And then you're going to want to do the same thing on your natural nail. Okay, and you want to go for no gaps as far as the glue coverage goes. You want it to be fully covered in the glue. And then you're just going to take that nail, lay it at the cuticle, and press it forward. Okay, And this glue sets pretty quickly, as you see, but I still like to give it a good press. Hold it down a few seconds. Make sure you're distributing the pressure evenly across the whole nail. Okay. And then you can go on and get your brush or paper towel, whatever, and just kind of brush away any excess glue that might be on there. And that's it. This baby ain't going nowhere. Not going anywhere. So you can see. And then of course the next thing you would do is just apply your cuticle oil. And I'm going to be putting cuticle oil on my website here shortly. So go to Luxe by Fancy. Okay, Luxe, L-U-X-E, by Fancy.com. And you can go on and purchase this set. You can purchase other pre-made sets, or you can create your own sets and even get matching nail toenails along with it. So you just get your cuticle oil on, and here you are. It looks like you have on a full set of nails. Properly fitted, they look just like acrylics. And if you are unsure about how to measure, I have on that same website, luxebyfancy.com, you can there are instructions on how to measure your nails. And if you just don't feel like doing all that stuff, just get a no measure set, and it'll come with 20 nails, and you just fit them, you know, whichever nail fits perfectly. Remember, sidewall to sidewall and into the cuticle. And if you have a nail that maybe is a little smaller or a little bigger than any of the nails for whatever reason, you know, just take the nail that's slightly larger and file it down. So with the same file that you would use to file the shine off of your nail is the same file you would use to file around here or on the sidewalls. File this up a little bit before you put the nail on, brush away all the dust, and then just do the same steps that we had. So this is the finished look. Like I said, if you want to purchase this set, go to luxebyfancy.com, luxebyfancy.com. I'll see you there. Peace.